interestingly enough. I remember a particular right-wing Dutch MP. I had a vigorous email exchange with him, and this was about the issue of, interestingly enough, coming up again in France, of Muslim women covering themselves and wearing the hijab. And I had written a letter to the European Parliament, you know, inviting them to oppose France's decision and so on and so forth. And one Dutch MP wrote to me, and a very, very aggressive, racist letter, saying basically what he said is, there are countries that people go from and come to, right? Morocco, you know, Somali, they are countries that people go from. They run away from those countries and they come to places like Britain and the Netherlands, yeah? So basically what he's saying is, if you want to come to our country, you behave the way that we tell you to behave, more or less, yeah? So anyway, I wrote a pithy reply to him, you know, and he said, oh, we have to de-Islamicize Europe. De-Islamicize Europe. And that's a very interesting concept, de-Islamicize Europe. I said, do you know, by the way, that the numbers you use every single day, does anyone know where those numbers come from? Do you know where they come from? They're Arabic numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those actual numbers, the actual shapes that you use, the numbers you use, including, by the way, the 0, are Arabic numbers. So if you want to start de-Islamicizing Europe, get rid of the numbers. Yeah? I mean, just make sure you do a thorough de-Islamicization. Yeah? And especially the use of 0, which was unknown except in India, but it was developed into practical application by Muslim mathematicians who developed the use of the 0. Of course, algebra, you can't even imagine basic things in our society existing without algebraic equations. I mean, some of us may quite happy to get rid of algebra, but I think on a practical scientific point of view, we couldn't do much without it. But algebra, of course, is something. The word itself is Arabic, al-jabra, from Kitab al-Jabra, which was written by a famous Muslim mathematician who developed the whole system of algebra, by the way, in order to calculate the zakat. So I won't go into the whole thing. I mean, what do you mean de-Islamicize?